Yo guys, what is up? It is CP, the one and only Monster Gamer. Gonna announce the winner of last week's contest. It's Stinky Triple X on both sides. Hopefully you can buy a shower with this 1,600 points. You gotta message me back, and if you do, you win this. You win the points. If not, I got a few runners up. So he's got a couple of days, guys, to maybe by Saturday, Sunday. If he hasn't replied back, then I'll go with somebody else. All right, so let's get into the dual com with WarEverlasting. Peace.
Monster Gamer!
What's up, guys? It's CP the Monster Gamer.
Hey, this is WarEverlasting.
And we're going to be talking about modded controllers today. Is it cheating? Is it not cheating? I don't know. This all came about because of a tweet, War, you saw from, what was it, Avenger or something?
Yeah, the Avenger.
The Avenger. That thing looks wacky. We'll have some pictures in the video below, but it is nuts. It's just like this crazy alien contraption. What do you think about it, War? Do you think this thing would actually work?
I don't know. This thing looks like an alien. It's
nuts, man.
It's the craziest looking thing I've ever seen, I believe. It's not for me, I'll say that. I don't adapt well. I don't know.
I mean, I understand, like you lift up with your index finger. I've got my Xbox controller in front of me, but like you would hit Y or X or B with your index finger. With your left index finger, you hit X. I'm on an Xbox controller again. And then you would hit Y with your right index finger or B. It's wacky. And then they have these like strings at the bottom or whatever where you shoot. It's like rubber bands.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, I'm sure that's going to make you shoot a little faster. It's probably going to shorten the trigger for you.
Yeah,
by
but
extending that out.
You completely have to relearn an entire new controller.
Yeah, you're going to have to remap your entire process of thinking when you're using this controller.
Yeah.
Like I said, because it looks like the actual X button from the one I'm looking at, from the photo, you'd actually have to use your left index finger to hit that by kicking it up. I mean, so you're having to use your left hand to hit the X button to reload. That would be weird.
Yeah, and then A on the Xbox controller or X on the PS3 controller would be you have to move your thumb. There's no way that they don't have a button for that.
Yeah, it's I mean, I can see if you could actually figure this out, I see the benefit. You're going to shorten it's going to shorten, I don't know how many seconds it actually takes to do all this stuff in game, but you're definitely going to shorten that up.
I'd say by a lot too, because I mean, literally, like you're like taking your thumb and moving it over. I've got the controller in my hand, so I'm just like looking at it. Like taking your thumb and moving it over to X or Y, like takes like whatever second. But if you just can flick your left index finger or your right, that's like nothing.
Yeah, I mean that would be. And I like how it looks like you can actually tighten it down to change the sensitivity of it. So you can make it to where you barely even have to touch it to make it do whatever that is.
Exactly, right?
That's pretty cool. Let's see what else. Yeah, because you just have to relearn, remap your brain for this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So would you say they're around basically regular retail? I think you can also get them at GameStop, which is your favorite store, or Amazon for like $50, which... Yeah. I will say, if it actually worked, is a better alternative to like a scuff controller, or which could be expensive, or another modded controller, which you can end up spending about $150. So if you already have the controller, you just have to buy this like little mod. I'm a little skeptical of it though.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get one just to test it out, just to see if it actually works.
The biggest thing I see, I mean, how durable is this thing? Because it looks, I mean, I just don't know. It looks so weird. But I guess the other con would be the more you're flicking your hands around, the more your controller is actually moving. So I don't know how that's going to affect how you're aiming.
Yeah, I think you just have to get better. Yeah, I know that is true.
Because I mean, if you think about because when I play, the controller rarely moves. It's just my fingers and stuff that are moving. But if you're like having to flick your hand here and there, I can see this thing kind of wobbling around. It would probably be a little tougher to, I guess, kind of aim, I would think. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, so let's all right, so Scuff is on the market. That's a big controller. There's one from Gaming Mods. There's like Rapid Fire or something like that, right? Then there's I mean, there's a bunch of these modded controllers. Do you actually feel like this is cheating, or not? I mean, obviously you're doing something to manipulate the controller, so it's definitely some kind of cheating. But
I'm going to say, in my opinion, I don't think the Avenger is cheating. I think you're just changing how you're going to play. It's like somebody using the hook or the claw, the grip or whatever. It's just different. Of course, they're not actually adding something to the controller. I don't know. I don't think the Avenger's really cheating. I don't even think the Scuff controller is really cheating, because I mean, as a headset cheating, if we're talking about peripherals, I mean, you're improving how well you're hearing the game. This Scuff controller, I mean, it's going to give you an advantage, but you're definitely going to pay for that advantage. Now, these rapid fire controllers, I would say that's kind of cheating. I'm not going to lie. So.
And how would you know that, War?
I have a rapid fire controller.
Oh my goodness. You heard it here first, guys. We have somebody with a modded controller. So that's how you get all this good gameplay. No, I'm just kidding. But what are the, just like real quick, what are some advantages of the rapid fire controller? If anybody out there is seriously on the market or in the market for looking for one, what would you think?
I can't take
seriously has it helped
my honest opinion about the rapid fire controller, and I guess a lot of people will make assumptions that it's a rapid fire controller, you're cheating, but it's not what you think. It doesn't actually. The one I have, there may be other ones out there that do different things, but the one I got actually doesn't improve like the rate of fire. It doesn't make a single shot weapon shoot like 900 rounds a minute, or 900 rounds a minute or whatever. I mean, what it does, it just makes it where you don't have to keep pulling the trigger to fire that single-shot weapon. So you can just hold it down, and it shoots at the same rate you would if you could pull the trigger. You just don't have to pull the trigger that many times. So, I mean, it does. I mean, if you want to use single-shot and three-burst weapons, that is a benefit. What else? And you can get the LED lights and that kind of stuff on it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I mean, it's modded, but it's also not just for the gameplay. It's also like how the controller looks. It's obviously something different.
Yeah, because mine's kind of chromed out, and it's got a, like I said, it does have that rapid fire thing on it, which I actually, like I said, I don't hardly ever use it because it's really not that useful. And but it does have the zombies mode, where you can basically just aim down sight, and it has this mod where it would basically put you right into a headshot, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I would say that'd be awesome for Black Ops 2 and stuff.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and one other thing. So, looking at all this different stuff, I mean, obviously I don't own any of this stuff, but you own one controller out of all these different ones. What do you think any of these work? Like, I have heard that Scuff actually works. Like, they have the triggers pinned down a little bit, and the Scuff controllers are really expensive though. They're up to like, you can get it's like $200 plus for some of them.
I think the cheapest one I found was right here. It's like a pro or competitive. It's like $70 or $80.
Okay, yeah.
So they are, somewhat affordable. I think mine costs like $80. If I was going to pick one, I would actually go with the Scuff, because the main reason I got this controller was, like I said, the single shot weapons, three burst weapons. Yeah. I was either pulling too quick, or I wasn't pulling, far enough down for it to actually register. And so where if you got this Scuff controller, it has the knob where it only lets you go as far down as you need to go for it to register the shot. And that's so if this would have been out when I was going to look for one, this is what I would have got. And plus it has the paddles in the back, for drop shotting or changing around that. So if you ever got used to that, and I think this would be easier to get used to than the Avenger, because that Avenger is going to be, like I said, it's going to be a whole new, it's a whole different ball.
It is. But I mean, I don't know what Avenger's like return policy is, but for $50, you might want to check that out first before you go and buy a Scuff. But the nice thing about the Scuff is you don't have to relearn everything. It's just 2 extra paddles.
Exactly.
It's just 2 extra like little buttons that are where your fingers are anyway. So it's not like you have to go and relearn everything.
That's nice.
So, yeah. So
it's kind of even the whatever you call them, like the control freaks and those kind of things too. I actually had a pair of those. I'm not a big fan of them. Other people think different. They say they really work. So does the Scuff controller really work? I bet it's going to depend on the individual. But Who knows?
Who knows? All right, guys. Well, put in your comments below, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Never eat soggy waffles.
It's WarEverlasting, and I'm a cheater. Peace out.
Nice. Peace.
Commentaries, gameplays, and vlogs all are found on CP's channel that you're watching now. But take a small disclaimer, y'all in danger. You're now tuned into the Monster Gamer.